Hi there, it's your favorite financial friend, Sarah Wilson, also known as Budget Girl here, to tell you everything that you need to remember to budget for in November. The end of the year is coming up upon us, but it is about to be the time of what is in most people's money journeys, kind of the biggest spending season. So pay attention, take some notes, and make sure to tell me below if I forget anything that you've had to budget for. So first off, this is American holiday, but Thanksgiving is of course at the end of November, and you might need to remember to budget for extra food if you are hosting visitors or going anywhere to eat, all associated like work, family, friends, holidays, any neighborhood things, travel, anything like that. Make sure to build in a little bit of extra budget room for time, extra food, gifts, that kind of thing. If you're trying to save just a little bit of money, and this is not sponsored in any way, Ibotta, the cash back business, they do a free Thanksgiving dinner every year, and essentially they do make you jump through some hoops as far as you have to download the app and make an account, but then they will essentially either reimburse you or give you coupons to get essentially free Thanksgiving dinner items. Usually it's like a small turkey or ham, a can of green beans, a can of stuffing, that kind of thing. And it can save you about 20 to 30 bucks depending on your area. Could be worth it if you're willing to jump through the hoops. Next, I hate to celebrate made up consumers holidays, but you might want to budget for Black Friday and or Cyber Monday, whether you're shopping in store or doing the online thing, because it's now become that essentially online the entire month is when the sales are. You might be able to save a little bit of money shopping very intentionally using those sales. Now, of course, prior to Black Friday and Cyber Monday, all of the stores and retailers are going to actually be increasing their prices a little bit. So make sure that you know how much things are and if you're actually getting a deal or if they've just elevated the price to then drop it. If you can't keep a mental Rolodex of 1,000 different items, because who can, I encourage you to use something like Camel, which is a website where you can specifically track Amazon prices to see when it is actually the cheapest and when things are on sale. You can do similar things on Google price tracking, and I encourage you to do that because you can tell if you're actually getting a deal or not. I also highly encourage you, if you're shopping online, to Google image search things before you purchase them and see if you can find things other places for cheaper. A lot of times the storefront that you're purchasing something from has their price hike there, and you can actually get you can get the exact same item for significantly less at another website. It only takes a second and can save you thousands. Next, don't forget to budget for holiday travel. I personally am going to Mississippi for Thanksgiving, so we have to plan for gas, on the road food, of course, time off planning, dog sitters, and we have very bougie little dogs. We send 2 to a pet ranch, and then for Rory, we have a pet sitter come because she'd rather be in her home without other dogs. That's a lot of costs and it adds up. If friends or family are coming to you, you might not have to worry about like flights or travel, but you are probably going to have increased food and entertainment costs. So make sure that you are aware of and prepared for that. Some things that aren't quite here yet, but that are coming up soon that you need to remember to start budgeting for is, of course, holiday celebrations. December especially is a month full of social and family gatherings. Everyone gets kind of high or buzzed off of just the excess of spending that's happening. And if you go into it with a good plan, you can come out of it less scathed on the other side. It also may seem like far away, but New Year's is also coming very soon. Start thinking about what plans you're going to have to ring in the new year. And now is actually the time to book any flights or travel accommodations for that, if you haven't already. Next, giving. Make sure that you leave room in your budget for any tips that you might want to give out or gifts for people in your life that might not be on kind of the A-list for giving, like your spouse, your kids, your family. Teacher gifts are something that you might want to plan for. An extra tip for your hairstylist or service person that you go to regularly and have a good relationship with. Maybe a housekeeper or neighbor or work friend. These gifts don't have to be expensive, but even something like baking can definitely add up. Also, make sure that if you're planning to do any religious or charitable contributions or giving, not to bust your budget on that and to allot for it. And also holiday traditions. Now is the time to book those things, to plan for them, and to budget for them, whether it is purchasing matching Christmas or holiday pajamas. I actually have an article on budgetgirl.com on all the places to find the best and cheapest ones. I will link that below. If it's a hayride at your local fair or going to the Renaissance Festival, which is in my area right now and we like to go to around this season, those little items can absolutely add up fast, so make sure that you have a cushion. Next, let's talk about some super easy money challenges for this month, because I know that you're busy, so these are not hard, and your future self will thank you for them. This portion of the video is sponsored by Laurel Road. Our first money challenge is to evaluate your current bank accounts and make sure that you aren't paying any unnecessary fees and are earning interest on your hard-earned funds. Many banks charge patrons for a variety of absolutely ridiculous things, like monthly account fees, minimums, and sometimes even swiping your card too much. They do this while using your money to make them money, when really they should be paying you interest. As all Budget Girl viewers know, having savings is an essential part of your overall financial well-being and is your first line of defense against emergencies that will happen eventually and could otherwise put you into debt. Your savings also allows you to build your future as you save for things that you find value in, such as large purchases like a home, a car, a vacation, or a growing family. Unfortunately, the average national interest on savings accounts is only 0.43 APY. As of July of this year, any money sitting in a regular low or no interest bearing savings account is actively losing value. So if you want your cash to earn money for you, you need to open up a high yield savings account. A high yield savings account is one of those super rare things that you can do in just a few minutes that will positively affect your finances for years to come, by allowing you to earn money on your money completely passively with compounding interest. This isn't a new concept in the personal finance space, and many financy people will regularly compare HYSA bank offers to see who's offering the highest interest rate. But no matter which one you choose, there are a few things you must make sure of when choosing an HYSA. Number one, that the bank and your deposits are FDIC insured. 2, that there is no minimum deposit to open or account minimums. And 3, that there are no monthly account or maintenance fees. These are stupid and you shouldn't bank with anyone that charges them. I did all the research on the best current options, and my current recommendation for an HYSA is Laurel Road, which offers a highly competitive 5.00% APY or annual percentage yield. If you'd like to learn more or start an HYSA at Laurel Road, I've got a link in the description box below. Challenge number 2 is to, kind of as we mentioned, start your holiday shopping early. Because November is now kind of full of sales all month long, it is better to get started early, because there's nothing worse than shopping too late, realizing your things won't get in time, or having to pay more because of how long shipping those items is going to take. I highly encourage you to make a list or a little actual physical plan, either digitally or on paper, that says who all you're trying to get gifts for, how much you budget for them, ideas that you might have when those things are going to come in if you've ordered them, and of course any holidays or things that you might have to create or buy something to contribute to. I have a holiday budget planner over on my Etsy shop. It's only a few dollars, and it will help you keep track of what, who, how, where, and how much for absolutely everybody. I've used it for several years now, and I really like that it kind of keeps peace of mind, and at one glance I can see who I'm missing stuff for, and so as I think of things, I can add them in. Nothing's worse than losing like a great idea that you had that just kind of slips away. As part of that, I would also encourage you, kind of challenge you to consider a ban on buying new holiday decor. While you're out and about and in a spendy mood at the stores, it's very easy to be like, ooh, I love everything new, mine. But that stuff is at its most expensive point right now. If you want new holiday decor and you have stuff that will work, I highly encourage you to wait until after the season is over and scoop that stuff up on clearance so you can use it next year. It's the exact same stuff. If you can just plan a little bit ahead for yourself, you can have that new stuff next year. Just utilize what you have now and enjoy it. You loved that stuff and wanted it at one point, so I encourage you to make do with what you have. It's also a great time to declutter and purge your own holiday stash. I like to do this at the beginning and at the end of each season when I kind of figure out, I don't think I like this stuff anymore. Somebody else could use it better. And challenge number 3 is to do a quick check into your retirement plan. Now, this seems like a big thing, but I just want you to go in and check any accounts that you might have that are associated with the retirement, whether that is a 401k, a Roth IRA, a business supported old retirement that you haven't churned over into one that you can control yet. Just kind of see where you are as far as retirement planning. make a note. I track those balances in a net worth tracker that I also have on my Etsy shop that gives me kind of a forest through the trees picture overview of my finances as a whole. And at least a few times a year, I like to go in there and calculate all of my retirement incomes, all the stuff that I don't really think about and push to the back of my brain, and just kind of see where I'm sitting there. If you don't currently have any retirement savings or plans, I highly encourage you to consider implementing one. Maybe give yourself until the beginning of the year to figure out how much you can contribute, where it should go, and if that's something that can fit in your budget, because unfortunately, eventually you will retire, by choice or not. Don't want to scare anybody, but everyone has to plan for their futures when maybe they're not able to work anymore. Next, let's talk about what is on sale in November, because everything goes on sale eventually. And if you time your purchases right, you can save a lot of money. Here are some things that are generally a good idea to buy in November because they might be on a discounted deal. First is electronics. That is usually kind of the doorbuster thing, especially around Black Friday. Stores will put big discounts on TVs, laptops, gaming systems, smart home devices, watches, phones, etc. Do make sure that these items are actually being discounted. Sometimes stores will present it like they're discounted and they were things that were actually just made for Black Friday that are of lesser quality. So do your research into those. Like I said, use the Camel, use Google price tracking, and make sure that the things that you want are actually at a discount that is worth purchasing at. Next, home appliances go on sale this month. My dryer has actually been struggling along for months, and I've been trying to wait for November for a deal because it's at its most expensive right now when I'm filming in October. Refrigerators, washer dryers, dishwashers, and even small appliances like toasters, blenders, all of the gadgets. It'll probably be like air fryers and maybe the Ninja Creamy and stuff like that this year. All of those will go on big sales this month if you can wait for those. Home improvement is actually kind of on sale this month because people have other things to do. So the big box stores that are selling hardware tools, ladders, and toolboxes also tend to go on sale. Also for Black Friday, of course, that is happening to get you into the store and buying things for like your dads, your grandpas, stuff like that. It's also a great time to hire out any home improvement services as people aren't really doing that right now and rates might be a little bit better, and also people's schedules are available. So places like flooring, carpeting, AC are all going to probably be a little bit cheaper, and you might be able to find specials to get those types of things done just because it's a slower season. Winterizing materials are also going to be on sale because that's something pretty much everyone is going to be doing right now. Things like insulation will be on sale, as well as faucet covers and things like that. Clothing, jewelry, and perfume will all be going on sale this month, and specifically this is pretty much the only time of winter where you'll be able to get deals, really good deals on winter wear, because previous to now everything was expensive because it just came out, and now is when people are needing it. Black Friday is kind of that one, late November is kind of that one area of time where stores will discount all of their clothing, even the winter gear, to get you in and spending. Jewelry and perfume are also things that the big box stores like to put on sale because super shiny, excellent gifts. So if you need something or have someone that you want to gift those to, you can get some deals. It is now the season of baking, and food supplies are going to be on sale. You can stock up on storage containers and baking essentials, things like sheet pans and pots, and especially things, baking supplies like chocolate flour, cupcake kits, cake kits, everything like that is going to be on sale, and you can stock up because that stuff will last you until next year if you need it to. And finally, pumpkins. As soon as Halloween is over, pumpkins go on sale. So if you still need them for Thanksgiving, feel free to go ahead and stock up now. They're probably at the best price that you're going to see. There are a few things that you're probably going to want to wait to buy if you can. And the first is actually toys and games. A lot of retailers show sales on these items, but it's one of those things that you kind of have to get if you need them. And so the prices kind of come up a little bit. There are some specials, but they aren't going to be at that big of a discount right now. If you can wait until the very end of the year, like the end of December, that's when you'll actually see big drops on games and toys. And this is so retailers can get all of that stock out of the way after Christmas is over. But even if you wait until like early to mid-December, you're gonna get a slightly better deal than if you were to shop now. And then finally, cars. If you can wait until the very end of the year to purchase a new car, you can save some money. It's a year model thing. As soon as the new year models come out, all of the old ones have to get price dropped a little bit. And at the very end of the year, car salesmen are trying to get things off the lot so that they can close out their books. And then finally, what is in season in November? If you shop seasonally, you can save money. So here are some of the fruits and vegetables that are on sale and in season that you can find in store. All right, let's go. Pineapple, winterberry, banana, carob, persimmon, chestnut, apple, pomegranate, fig, prickly pear, sorb, pear, arubus inido, I don't know what that is, plum, and grape. And then for vegetables, we've got chard, cauliflower, white cabbage, savory cabbage, chicory, onion, beet tops, beans, mushroom, endive, lettuce, potato, pea, leeks, radicchio, horseradish, turnip, radish, rocket, scorsino, celery, spinach, artichoke, and pumpkin. If you need some more tips on how to save money this holiday, I've got some really great resources over at budgetgirl.com. I have an article called How to Save Money on Holiday Dinners, where to find affordable Christmas pajamas for your family, and how to prepare for holiday costs with inflation, as well as a lot more stuff. Let me know if I missed anything, and I'd also love to know what you're most looking forward to in November. I am mostly looking forward to Texas not being a hot tub anymore. It's finally starting to get a little bit cool. I'm excited. All right, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.